Empire Television, Kern County In Depth with 17's Jim Scott.
Welcome. Good to have you with us this weekend. In about an hour from now, the movie Oildale will make its world premiere at the famous Fox Theater in downtown Bakersfield. Now, due to scheduling conflicts on my end and other pressing topics to address, I'm on the late freight in getting the makers of this movie into studio to talk about their film. But better late than never, as they say. Oildale is the story of a group of homeless combat veterans who cross paths with a teenage girl and her little brother who've hit on hard times. They live with their grandpa, who's in the early stages of dementia. Their mother passed away. Their father is absent in their lives, and the future looks uncertain. It's a story of the values we all hold dear, even as they seem to be receding from American society, except perhaps in the small towns across this great country of ours. Here's 17's Mary Kate Paquette to set the stage for you.
Today, we're gathered together to pay a tribute to a departed comrade.
Oildale is putting Kern County in the spotlight.
Oildale is about a young girl, 18-year-old, who, with her 13-year-old brother, is taking care of their 90-year-old World War II grandpa. And in the beginning of the movie, he starts to lose his grasp of time and place. They have to move him into a rest home.
With their parents out of the picture, Carly has to find a way to support her gramps and her brother Pete, played by local actor Caleb Brown. Brown's real-life grandfather is a veteran.
They both have the same name. It's like Hicks. And so every time I said Gramps, I always thought of him, and it just made the connection better.
The movie was filmed all over Kern, telling the story of the hardship veterans face when they come home from war.
Thursday is amateur night. We're looking to find the next Bakersfield singing star.
They need to see what war veterans are, and they're just people, and it's not like they don't need to be scared of them, and they can talk to them, help them if they're on the streets homeless.
For screenwriter Lynn, the film is personal. Her parents are both World War II veterans. Her father also served in the Korean War.
When he retired, we came out to California, and Vietnam was in full force. And I was a lot younger then, but when the Vietnam vets started to come back, they were being called baby killers and spit on. And it was shocking to me, but I knew that was unfair to treat our soldiers, men and women, that way. And I knew that someday I was going to do something. I didn't know it would be this.
Salt is based out of Los Angeles, but fell in love with Bakersfield years ago after visiting the Crystal Palace for Buck Owens and Merle Haggard concerts.
We just kept saying we want to write something here. The feeling that you're 90 minutes away from LA, where nobody seems to care about anybody, and the ambition and greed is there. We come here, and people are just so kind and nice.
Originally wanting to do a fairy tale about Kern County's music roots, her vision changed when she met local veterans.
When we felt the vets, I just said, I need to do this. We could feel them, you know, and we could feel this town.
His war was called a world war, and since then, a lot more soldiers coming back home to heal. These men are war heroes.
Lost in the fog.
Now, proceeds from tonight's premiere benefit the Wounded Heroes Fund and the Fox Theater Foundation. And after the premiere, David Muller and Lynn, directors, writers, producers of this film, will embark on a whirlwind tour of small towns across the western U.S. For subsequent showings of Oildale, the movie. And here now, in living color, living proof that it's never too late to plug your movie, David Muller and Lynn. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And I'm not sure at this late date how much of a return on your investment of time here you'll get at the premiere tonight, but I'm grateful that you're here.
We're happy to be here.
All right. We want to celebrate this with you. I loved what you said, Lynn, about wanting to shoot this movie in Bakersfield, just over the hill from all the glitz, the glamour, and the greed of the Southland. Can you expound on that a little?
I haven't spoken about this before, but I was married to an agent in Hollywood who passed about 20 years ago, and then I found this wonderful partner to continue making films with, and so I've got a real bird's eye view of the inside of the business. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to put LA down, but I still don't understand why they make the kinds of movies they do when we do have small towns and we do have innocent young people. I was told when people read the script, we don't have kids like that anymore. Well, guess what? They're here in Bakersfield.
They are.
They're here.
And not just here, too.
Yeah, I agree.
But you're no strangers to this city of ours. Explain, David.
Well, Lynn and I used to come up here to get away from LA and all that, and get up to do a little two-stepping at the Crystal Palace when Buck was still playing there. And we came up to see Merle a few times and just loved it up here. Sort of fell in love with the area. So, yeah, I've been coming up for decades.
Good to know. These are your words, David Muller. At the heart of this movie are the timeless and multi-generational themes of family and of healing and of sacrifice. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Some people have told me, don't call it old-fashioned because no one will want to go see it. But
I like old-fashioned.
Yeah, we do too.
But I'm
so,
old,
unapologetically, some parts are old-fashioned. But I'd say it harkens back to a different era, perhaps, you know, when values and maybe a moral compass was a little bit stronger in our society. And we wanted, at least as a director, I felt like I wanted to bring a tone to the movie that sort of harkened back to that time period. So, like, you know, Bakersfield has its origins with the Dust Bowl in Oklahoma, and people coming out here, and we wanted to sort of capture that in an artistic way as well.
Now, the title Oildale, we gotta get this straight. The movie isn't about the community north of the river per se, but the name Oildale is a name you use for a town to symbolize basically small town America, right?
Yes, and also because Merle Haggard was born there, and we absolutely love him. He's an amazing genius, and you people all know that, but I think the world needs to remember so much wisdom comes through his songs. So much wisdom.
And not to say that there aren't good people north of the river, just as they are throughout Kern County. But that's interesting, and Oildale is just the name of this town. And you placed a premium on the use of local actors in this movie. How did that come about?
Well, we sent out a casting call in LA at first, and obviously drew from LA talent pool mostly, but we also said we'd love to cast locals whenever possible. So we were looking for the 13-year-old, Pete is the name of the character.
And you found Caleb Brown.
And we found Caleb Brown here in Bakersfield just by chance. But we took one look at his picture and we said, looks like Pete, let's audition him. So Lynn and I came up here and gave him some sides and read him, and he just knocked it out of the park. We said, that is Pete. That's the authentic Pete. Now, he'd never acted before, so he did a phenomenal job for us.
From what I see in the clips that I've seen, very, very well done for this freshman at Frontier High School.
He only asked us if he had to cry, and we told him he didn't, but he might have to be sad. And he just got into the character.
And his grandfather was a World War II veteran, so he...
And the actor who played his grandpa actually is a veteran of the Vietnam War.
So there's a connection right there, as he said in the piece there by Mary.
Absolutely, and when you meet Jessica, Jessica also just sort of wrapped her talent around him, and they all, and Cyrus too, and they just treated him like a professional, and he just stepped up all the way through.
And at its core, I'm running out of time here, but at its core, this is a story about the ravages of war and of people helping people, the kindness of strangers, and how these homeless veterans cross paths with these two kids.
With a room for rent. Saw it on the board at the BA.
Multi-generational,
I always like to say it's a story of belonging in some ways. It's about a family lost and a family found. It's about finding your place in the world. It's also about, as you said, the kindness of strangers, and really it's about people helping people.
Just $5.
And truth be told, you started out, and your idea for a movie about Oildale was going to be based somehow on the Bakersfield Sound, right?
Originally,
and then your focus shifted.
Absolutely. Originally, it was about maybe a fairy tale, a Cinderella story about a young girl who didn't quite have it together, and then suddenly but there was not enough substance. But what really hit me was I could feel the veterans around us. We saw a lot of homeless, but my background was veterans and my parents, and I could feel them, and I kept thinking, this town is not only taking care of way too many homeless, the veterans are here too, and you guys really take care of your own. And that's also the message. These small towns are taking care of their own, and these veterans are very quiet. You know, they don't speak up and say, why aren't you taking better care of us? They just quietly go off and help children who need help or help elders who need help. And that's the big message, too. A long time ago in Hollywood, they were making movies about veterans coming back from Vietnam, and every crazy guy in every movie was a veteran who had post-traumatic stress. They'd hear guns go off and they'd start killing. And that really made me angry. So these three men are who my experience are of veterans.
Excellent.
They are absolutely good men who will protect a child, a dog, an elder, and not even ask anything in return.
I got to ask you, we're getting close to break. You shot this movie in 2 weeks? And
yes.
Do you want to ever do that again?
Well, I said that we would never do that again, and yet we did. We did shoot it in just 12 days, 2 6-day weeks. And it was a challenge, but boy, because we had such good talent in front of the camera and behind the camera, we were a tight-knit crew, and we got it done. And
determined. We're going to make it. And Bakersfield put its arms around us, and Oildale. We couldn't have made it without you. We could not have made it without you.
It's great to have you both here.
Thank
David
you so
Muller
much for having us.
And Lynn Salt,
Thank you very much.
Best of luck on premiere night and
you'll be
your
there.
barnstorming tour that will follow shortly after that, and I will be there.
You'll be there. Thank you so much.
Okay, when we come back, we will talk with a couple of the leading actors in the movie Oildale, Cyrus Zogi and Jessica Costello will join me in studio. You're watching Kern County In Depth.
Gramps, this nice lady is going to take care of you for a little while. Just until we can afford to get someone to take care of you while I go to work. But she needs you to sign this paper before she can do that. Okay?
Dinner time?
No. But soon.
Hi, I'm John Busby. Here's what some of our customers have to say about Team Busby.
Team Busby is synonymous with Bakersfield real estate. They're everywhere, they're very visible in the community, and definitely a local asset.
When you think real estate, think Team Busby.
1 in 8 women will have breast cancer. Welcome to the 7th annual Pink Passion Picnic. Breast cancer in this county is still the #1 killer for women. And it's only through the generosity of individuals such as yourself that we are able to accomplish our goal and our mission. Links for Life is a labor of love. To assist in the early diagnosis of breast cancer and to educate about the importance of breast health.
Hey, Mercedes, how about letting your hair down a little? How about a car for people who don't play golf? Hey, Mercedes, mix it up a little.
How about something for a guy who doesn't want a corner office?
Hey, Mercedes, I don't even own a tie. Think I need a mahogany dashboard?
Hey, Mercedes, can you make it a little cooler in here?
I'm setting the temperature to 68 degrees.
We hear you. We made a car that does too. The all-new A-Class. All-new thinking starting at $32,500.
I think you get really stressed out sometimes, and when I use the Theta Pod, I tend to feel really relaxed. When I come out, it's like I've been asleep for days, right? So I'm like really refreshed, and I can tackle the rest of the day with no problems. I definitely feel better afterwards.
Our Happy Whole You certified Theta Wellness Centers use an unparalleled scientific approach to improve brain and physical health. Call 661-337-0216 to find a location near you. Be happy, be whole, be you.
Each dollar you spend at a local independent business returns 50 times more money to the local economy than buying from an online mega retailer. Get local.
Spending local matters. For more information, visit kget.com/getlocal.
It's not difficult to write a song, you know.
It is for me.
You can do it. If you want to.
How?
Write a poem.
I wasn't very good in school.
School has nothing to do with it.
Welcome back, 2 fine young actors joining me now. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Cyrus Zogi plays the role of the Iraq War veteran, Mark, and Jessica Costello plays Carly, the big sister and aspiring singer-songwriter trying to keep her family together. I've got to ask you both, what drew you to this movie? Let me start with you, Jess.
Well, before I even auditioned, I obviously got to decide whether I wanted to audition for this.
but I was just reading, what it was about, and I noticed, there's not a lot of movies about veterans that talk about it in this way. So that I immediately, was drawn to that. I was like, wow, I really want to be a part of this. It's really special.
And you have veterans in your immediate family, correct?
Both of my grandfathers were both in the Korean War. One's passed away, but the other, he doesn't really talk about it much.
Right.
But yeah, definitely it's very close to me.
All right, in your bio, you are described as the all-around Swedish entertainer.
That's right, that's right.
But in this instance, and an opportunity to act, what drew you to this movie?
Well, it was, I have to say, it would be the way the script portrays veterans. And it's a very subtle way, Jim, so it's not very in your face, which I think a lot of filmmakers these days are scared of approaching. It's
honest and yet not sugarcoated.
Right, and it's almost kind of under the table. It's, you're following this lovely lady with their little brother, and then you kind of get surprised by the whole veteran aspect of the movie, and I think that's what drew me to it. It was
when you show up and she's parked on the side of, I believe that's Norris Road up there where you're parked. Right? Yeah, and this is great. So the musical aspects of this movie must have drawn both of you, because you were involved in the music industry in the 90s, and you have a background in musical theater.
Right.
So here we are in the home of Buck and Merle and the Bakersfield Sound. So did that have an emphasis or an allure to it?
To have a movie that's so focused, especially with music. I love movies that have such good music and really put that into the story. So I thought that was really cool.
How about you?
Absolutely. I have to admit that the way the music kind of enters the movie, it does it in a very tasteful way, in a very subtle way. In the beginning, you couldn't dream of it being a musical kind of a movie. In fact, we may be revealing a surprise that it's quite a musical movie.
But I mean, the way they use the music is very impactful, so definitely adds very well.
6 original songs are going to be debuting in this movie. One is from one of our dear veterans here, Evan Morgan, who wrote it, and Brant Cotton wrote another one. And so people are going to recognize those voices, and I think that's going to be wonderful.
Thank them for their contribution.
No doubt. So here you have a young woman with her brother, and you're in danger of losing your home because your grandpa's got to be put into a nursing home. He's in the early stages of dementia, right?
Yeah.
And then your dad is out of the picture, your mom is dead, and you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to save the home, right? You're afraid of losing this home.
Right.
And then this opportunity pops up. There's a a singing contest.
Yeah.
With a $10,000 prize.
Right. I think she kind of goes through every other option, Carly, my character.
Yes.
Because, this is kind of like the last straw, like $10,000 singing contest. Like, it doesn't seem very realistic, but when you're that desperate and that needing to make something happen, it's kind of like, okay, well, I might as well try.
Right.
So Carly just has to try. I mean, her family is on the line, house is on the line. So
then as the contest nears, your dad, your absentee father, shows up out of the blue and wants to lay claim to that house.
Right. Yeah, it's very distressful on Carly. Already she's trying to make everything work, and then he comes in and kind of shakes everything up.
Okay, and then we got to stop there. We'll give the rest of it away.
Give it all away.
But that's compelling, and it's part of the real world. And I imagine that some of the people who see this movie will identify, and that theme will resonate with them, no doubt.
Absolutely.
So the storyline of our veterans, and you play one, the unseen wounds that they bring home, those injured by a traumatic brain injury, and others who still suffer from PTSD, that must have also meant a lot to you to portray that in a respectful way.
Yes. Well, believe it or not, it was tougher than I first imagined, because at first, you, as an actor, if I may, you get presented with a challenging role, and you take it on.
Where do you draw from? Yeah, where do you
exactly,
draw from?
And then you go, okay, well, veteran, sure, I could, one could play that. disturbed, an injured, even physically perhaps injured soldier might not be incredibly difficult to portray, but the invisible wound, that's where it's you have to reach in and maybe go to another level, and it's a thin line, because you could do it wrong.
Yeah, right.
And you could portray it wrong, and
do you want to get it right?
You want to get it right.
Out of deference and
I
respect
hope we did. All the respect to veterans here in Bakersfield.
Before we go, Caleb Brown.
Yes.
Incredible.
First acting job. What do you got to say about him?
Oh, he was a natural. He was so fun to work with on set too. He was so chill. Honestly, made me very relaxed. I mean, it's his first time, first movie, and he was just he was just so cool with it. That was really great.
Well, it's so good to have you in here. Have a great night.
Thank you for having us.
And just coming up here in a less than an hour. So. Best of luck to you going forward, too.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Jessica Costello and Cyrus Zaghi.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you. All right. When we come back, the founder of the Wounded Heroes Fund, Wendy Porter, will join me. You're watching Kern County In Depth.
Freeze it. Boom. Forward. Forward.
All we've given. All we've sacrificed. People of this country would give a damn about us. Well, they don't. Not a damn.
I'm Alex Trebek, here to tell you about the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps?
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and I was a smoker, but quit. Alex, what's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also, $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you, too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan, available through the Colonial Penn program. It has an affordable rate starting at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam. No health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3311 for free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-290-3311. 1-800-290-3311. That's 1-800-290-3311. So call now.
Lost in the fog.
His war was called a world war. And since then, a lot more soldiers coming back home to heal. These men are war heroes.
Lost in the fog.
Welcome back. Wendy Porter founded the Wounded Heroes Fund of Kern County in 2009. Many great ventures of modest beginnings, and that was definitely true for WHF. It started out as a one-time dinner party and concert to raise some money for a veteran and his family. Now, 10 years later, the Wounded Heroes Fund is one of the most successful and respected nonprofits in Kern County. Their mission is to help post-9/11 war veterans transition back into civilian life, and that assistance comes in many forms. Here now, talk with me just briefly, the founder herself, Wendy Porter. Good to have you with me here, dear. I'd imagine that this movie resonates with you on multiple levels.
Well, yeah, it's what we do, what I do daily, you know, trying to help these veterans come back, plus growing up with a Vietnam veteran and and watching the struggles that he went through. So when they came into the office and showed us the script, I told him from the beginning, if this is genuine and you are really trying to genuinely help veterans, our community is going to surround you and support you.
And I think they achieved all of that.
They did,
in spades.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned you're the daughter of a Vietnam veteran. What was life like when your dad came home? Were you alive at that point?
Yes, I was just a few years old. Lived on Fort Hood, and then you know, then we moved back to Bakersfield. But
did he carry a lot of baggage, emotional baggage?
Of course he did, but at the time I didn't know what it was. He was just a very angry gentleman, and we had a lot of issues, but I didn't realize what that was coming from, and that wasn't his normal personality, that stemmed from something. But I didn't know that until
later.
My early 20s.
Which became the genesis for the Wounded Heroes.
Correct. I knew I always wanted to do something for the families and the veterans so that they weren't treated the way my dad was treated. And that's really how this became Wounded Heroes Fund.
So Lynn Salt and David Muller are giving a third of the proceeds from this premiere tonight to your organization. What's that mean to you?
Well, it means everything, because you know the store, it started at our kitchen table, and now we have people that are donating their precious money. I mean, it's huge to have somebody give you their money and trust that you're going to do what's right and do the best that you possibly can for these veterans and their families. It's a huge compliment.
So good to have you. Not enough time, but we're out of time. And enjoy the premiere tonight.
Thank you. It's going to be fun.
All right. Thank you, Wendy Porter. We're back with final word after this.
Imagine you have a direct line to your doctor. At Mint Health Clinics, you can text, call, video chat, or, of course, visit your doctor in person. You have access as often as you need. No long waits or rushed appointments. No copays. No hassles. This is healthcare that works for you. Mint Health Clinics. Make the switch to better healthcare today. MintBakersfield.com.
When applying for a job, you won't be successful without the basic requirements. That's why making sure you have a GED or diploma is so important. Learn English as a second language and earn your GED or diploma with Bakersfield Adult School. Don't get caught without the basics. Accelerate your path to the workforce and take the first steps toward a better future. Enhance your language skills and develop opportunities for employment with Bakersfield Adult School.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Current competitive owners get 21% below MSRP on most Equinox models when financing with GM Financial. That's over $8,300 on this Equinox.
Every day is a sale day at Affordable Furniture on 19th and Baker. The name says it all. Affordable Furniture sells a variety of classic, modern, and traditional furniture at prices way below the competition. The sales floor is always changing, with new furniture lines arriving every week. If not on the floor, Affordable Furniture can order what you want from the catalog. We offer layaway plans, no interest financing, and accept all major credit cards. Affordable Furniture at 19th and Baker. The name says it all.
And that is our program for this weekend. I'll be back next week with another installment of Kern County In Depth. For all of us here at 17 News, I'm Jim Scott. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.